This is an editorial. Earlier this year, the Clifton Forge Town Council discussed giving town manager Darlene Burcham a $3,000 raise. That would make her salary just over $108,000 per year, plus a slew of nice benefits. But that is not what this editorial is about. The process used to both grant that raise and approve a contract extension of that $108,000 amount is the reason for this note. When public bodies spend public money, there are rules that must be followed, and those rules are in place for a very good reason. It's called being straight with the public. When a public official, as in this case the mayor of Clifton Forge, Carl Brinkley, fails to respect the rules, trouble results. The public loses confidence in the governing process, and that causes more trouble. Last Tuesday, after having canceled an earlier work session where the issue of the pay raise and contract extension probably would have been discussed, a called meeting was held just prior to the regular council meeting. In this short session, the subject of the pay increase and the contract extension was discussed in private. That's fine. What is not fine is that the issue was brought up abruptly near the beginning of the regular session with no public notice. The mayor, the vice mayor, and the town manager all knew that it would come up. Worse, even the town attorney didn't step in to object. Since nobody objected, the mayor quickly mentioned the item, a motion was made to approve, and the measure passed 3-2. There are rules for items being placed on public agendas, and that is simple. The money being spent is public money. Town residents have the right to know that such issues will be discussed and voted on, and all council members need to be given a chance to prepare to discuss such issues. The mayor didn't call for any discussion either. This is a railroad town, and that's exactly what happened on Tuesday. Darlene Burcham's big pay hike and contract extension was railroaded through. But I've got some bad news for the mayor. The process used was totally improper. This situation could be corrected by placing the measure on the next town agenda and give the public notice, calling for a motion to be made, having public discussion of it, then taking a legal vote. If the mayor and town council decide not to do this, then the Alleghany Journal will contact the Virginia Attorney General about the matter, or depending on legal advice, petition the local circuit court to correct the improper activity so it doesn't happen again. Overall, Mayor Brinkley does a pretty good job, but if he doesn't understand the rules about public notice of agenda items or understand how to run a public meeting, perhaps he needs to contact Iron Gate Mayor Charles Unruh, who could help him out. In the meantime, it seems like Mr. Brinkley misunderstands part of the English language. The term mayor is not synonymous with king. Nobody elected him king. He doesn't get to make up his own rules on the fly. Clifton Forge residents pay some of the highest personal property taxes in the state, and many are on fixed incomes. They deserve to be informed of all public financial commitments. If the town wants to pay Darlene Burcham $500,000 a year, that's up to the council. And it's our duty to make sure that whatever actions it decides to take are done properly. I'm Jerry Clark for the AlleghenyJournal.com.